Okay, getting ready to make some kombucha here. You can see it's actually fermented a little long. It's gone about 2 weeks. Usually like to catch it around a week to 10 days, especially with the warmer temperatures it's been in here with the summer and all that. So this one's gone a little long. You can see the layer on top is pretty thick, but we'll drink it anyway. So I have my tea brewed here and ready. It's been sitting here cooling. So it's about ready to mix with the rest of the water. I always make sure I have that all set up and ready before I mess with the kombucha stuff, just so that I can get it done in a nice, quick, timely manner. So go ahead and finish mixing my tea. Okay, so I have my tea all ready and the rest of the amount of water. One thing I didn't mention is you always want to put your sugar in with your tea while it's hot. That way it mixes up really well and you don't have to worry about it separating. And I always do 1.5 gallons, so that's 1.5 gallons right there. So for that I use 3 tablespoons of loose leaf tea. As always, I will have a link somewhere for you to download the recipe just to make it easier. And so this is all set and ready. So now I'm going to go ahead and take care of my kombucha. So I put 2 cups of the starter in here just to put back into my next batch, and then I'll pour the rest of it into 1/2 gallon jars. Obviously whatever's you have that works for you. It's not a big deal. I like to keep it in glass. And one thing to keep in mind is you don't want the kombucha to come in contact with metal. It just doesn't respond well. So use all plastic or glass when you're actually dealing with the live kombucha SCOBY or cultures. Okay, so we have all the kombucha from that batch poured into the jars. Here's our starter, and then just so you kind of see, this was what was on top. That's the SCOBY. My original is the round one there, so I'll just peel that off of the rest of this for the next batch, because it regrows that every time. So now we'll go ahead and put the tea back. The important thing is just to make sure that all your tea and water is room temperature, and we're good to go there. So I will go ahead and put it all into my jar. Okay, all set. You can see our little SCOBYs floating in there, kind of half floating. Sometimes it sinks. It usually comes back up to the top within a day or two. But that's all set. I'll go ahead and put I just use a coffee filter on the top with a rubber band. You just want to make sure it's nice and tight so you don't get any bugs in there. Alright, and here we have 3 beautiful jars of kombucha. I already flavored it, so this one over on the right has frozen cherries in it, and then frozen cranberries, and this one just has some of this tart cherry juice in. A lot of times I'll do that because we'll start drinking that right off, and these ones will leave for a little while for a second ferment and use them as needed. I've used strawberries and blueberries, and really whatever you have on hand will work. I like using the fruit because the natural sugars help with that second fermentation, and you get additional benefits there. So the sky's the limit on what kind of flavorings you do. So have fun with it and figure out what you and your family like best. And again, go ahead and grab that recipe. I'll have it posted somewhere for you to download. Make it quick and easy, and let me know if you try it. It's really easy and doesn't take a lot of time or expertise with it. So just have fun with it and comment below. Let me know if you've tried it.